I love speed.
I hope we get Tetris since I'm drinking Tetris. Oh! Okay. Sorry, neighbors.
Hiya!
I don't know if we're gonna keep counting people out for bits. That's Andy's decision. He's sitting at the computer, so we'll see if that happens. Chilling out here, some easy tunes. Leave your Monday morning in a chill vibe. Is there some saxophone in there?
Why does this always happen?
What do you mean? Why does it look like that?
This is clearly at a different angle. Let's go right there.
Oh.
You can see the wall from the... That's how I know it's all. What's up, everybody? PlayStation on? We see it? Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So here we freaking go.
Can be a lot of story happening in the beginning. We're getting into the climax of certain parts of the story.
Yeah, this is big. This is big time. What's up, P-Base? Jake, Calmooster has been timed out, and Calmooster Butaganlol. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us, Butagan.
Gotta get things started, right?
Oh yeah. That's bullshit, Calmooster.
My phone's been pretty quick
That's
lately,
impossible.
too. Not ahead of my computer, but pretty quick. Pretty quick with it.
Like on my phone. Counting. Still going. Still going. You just finished with the Vuvuzuela.
Yeah, that's pretty far behind.
That's pretty far. It's always
Mine's
like
only been
that.
a couple seconds lately.
I saw a 6 MI.
Miles?
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, dude, I have some new crazy caps. Let me go get them.
Oh, you forgot them again.
Yeah, I saw them and then
You
promptly forgot them.
Okay then.
Promptly forgot all about them.
Yes, we have a box sailor. You have a sailor cap?
Well, this one's new, not so new, but technically new. And then there's this one.
Oh,
Nope,
don't we
it's
have
new.
that?
It's new.
I don't believe you.
I'll get the other one. This one's new.
Very similar though.
Very similar. But new.
Well, this isn't gonna fit on anyone's head, is it?
I don't know. If not, you can have the other one just for... This is the old one. This is the new one. How's that?
I guess like this.
Dude.
Well, PBA says Sailor Dylan or Pirate Dylan. I don't
Sexy!
recall. There is a pirate hat. Yes, there's no sailor hat that I can recall.
Yeah, I don't know if we've had a sailor hat. That'd be a fun one. I like it. I like the idea. I love it in concept.
Yeah, shut
But in theory, One Piece, yahar. Calmooster Butaganlol, you're not banned. What are you talking about? You're chatting right now. We didn't ban anyone today. Alright, I love that we're ready now for arguably the climax of the narrative of the game.
Yes.
So everybody watching on YouTube is gonna be like,
We're
these
so
idiots are wearing
serious.
pirates hats and turkey hats.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. Alright, I am waiting no longer. Excuse me for burping. I think it's time to get this thing started, yes? I think there's just no audio right now because we're in the middle of a cutscene.
Yeah, I know. What? No. Yes.
Well, you know what I mean.
You're on the,
We ended
you're on
on
the
a thing.
save screen.
But usually there's something playing here, right? Maybe not, actually.
I don't recall.
This is just the save screen, and I've already saved.
There is a Seaman hat. We have a
Seaman.
We have a caboose hat, like a conductor hat.
Yep, we got that one.
Maybe you're confusing it with that. We don't have a sailor.
What does it
hat.
look like?
Sailor hats, you know, they're white and they have like I don't know, maybe some
Yeah.
blue, some blue. Yeah, you know.
I know what you're talking about.
Well, that's what they're talking about, right?
There is a Seaman. I feel like there is a Seaman hat. What does it look like? Now, I want you guys in voices of hats.
Too bad, B-Base.
How did I do?
We got rid of that redemption. For
All right,
now, at least.
we're starting the game. A pirate is a seaman. See,
Okay,
Seaman?
sure, you want to get technicals, but I don't think anyone would call this a sailor.
A man of the sea.
But yes, pirate is for sure.
A seaman, not a sailor, but a seaman.
Well, pirates were terrible people, Calmooster, but you know what?
All right, here we go. We should finally be about caught up to real time. Almost, caught up to
Guess
real
the
time.
drug was too strong. Wake him up.
Kerplow. Being that one nice pirate, there are definitely nice pirates for sure. But I mean, the essence of being a pirate was theft and stealing.
dozing off.
There were the pirates who don't do anything.
Still
Now
don't
pirate, I'm
get
gonna
it.
balance my hat on my head.
Give it up.
Ow.
Cooperate. What? You want another shot? Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence?
I'm not saying anything.
Hear my
Ow.
question?
Maybe I should have said something. Ow! My controller's vibrating.
Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the
Oh, thank you, P-Base.
Thank you for the gift sub. Oh, let's go, Scarecrow got it.
Crimes were led by a
Happy
punk
September. Thank you, P-Base.
Welcome
We
to the
appreciate that.
squad,
Awesome.
You seem
Scarecrow.
to be enjoying every second.
Yes, it is September, so now's the time, as P-Base has so kindly demonstrated.
I'm not crying. That's water dripping off my face from the water bucket.
This-
Should know your place.
This cutscene, by the way, isn't technically new. We saw this at the beginning of the game.
Sign here.
No.
It's a confession under your name.
This is where you write Mike Hawk.
Get that out of my
God.
face.
You're trying for a beating, bro.
I need your hand to
I'm not
sign
signing a
this, Mike.
confession. I didn't do anything wrong.
I don't care if you end up losing a leg.
Well, they ain't taking no for an answer,
Don't
unfortunately.
expect to walk out of here in one piece.
He said
You're
it! Count
going
Mooster
to
Brutagon, lol.
understand.
He said the
Must
thing.
Take full responsibility for their actions.
I have that pen.
It's a nice pen.
I have one that looks exactly like that. It was one of the high quality ones. Big pen though.
Ouch. Well, that sucks. What did I sign?
A confession, probably.
Yeah, I want to know what it
Excuse
said.
me, but this area's off.
What did I confess to? Welcome back, Count Mooster. We're
Probably
very glad to
everything.
have you.
I'm Nijima from the public prosecutor's office.
The prosecutor's office? What business do you have here?
Heading the investigation?
Just let me through.
Not anymore.
It's
I remember
urgent.
she was taken off
There's
the case.
something I need
Yeah,
to
but-
confirm with the suspect.
I feel like that would be the response from this guy, right? Like, hey, you're not on this case anymore. Not you. Why would you be here?
Well,
Nijima-san, I believe this case is
Yeah,
no
lead with
longer
that.
in your jurisdiction.
No.
you're so critical of conversations for no reason.
No, that's weird. Like, can't imagine why you'd be here. Like, just yesterday she was leading the
yeah.
investigation.
Well, maybe that's why he's saying that. He's like, you're no longer on the. Why? I
Just-
can't
yeah,
imagine
say that.
why you'd be here.
No, say that. Say you're not on the
Okay,
investigation.
He's so critical
anymore.
of how the order people should speak in.
You prosecutor sign Nijima?
Yep.
There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
Damn. No one likes you being here.
I thought I ordered you to stand by.
This guy sucks
I'm
too.
responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation.
Well,
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my case.
Good luck to you then. I won't be expecting much though.
okay, screw you too.
Prosecutor, I forgot to mention something important. Your time will be cut short. We can't
Yes.
permit you to talk with him for long. It's for your own sake. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even know if it's safe to simply meet and speak with him.
Well, you sure are poking the bear. If that's the case, let's drug him and kick him and threaten to
I
break his
understand.
leg. We don't know if he's dangerous though. He might
Well,
kill us.
What's interesting also is like, you already beat
Thank you,
Sai's
Chris.
boss, so she's gonna have a top shift eventually, right?
Yeah, yeah. I wonder what the
But it
timetable is
hasn't
exactly. I
happened
guess
yet because this is still the same day.
probably only maybe in a couple hours later.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, they just
Yeah,
took you in and started
True.
beating you up.
You know, I didn't think about that. I like your hat too, BBS. Thank you. What if the casino was in the cognitive world? How do we get caught? It's an interesting question. It's a good question,
Kamooster. It's a good question.
And we know that you're either in one place or the other because several people now have seen us appearing out of thin air. So.
Now that you have traversed your long, perilous recollection, you truly have entered the present.
We did it! Yay! Chat, clap for yourselves. Capital C-L-A-P.
Will the present be a present?
That drug are gonna wear off soon.
Or disaster?
This is your golden opportunity.
One or the other.
You must grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin. The evil influence who wishes you dead is fast approaching.
Dead? Wild Doduo.
If you want to win this unreasonable game, if you wish to take back your stolen future, recall the bonds you formed with your allies.
The Phantom Pirates of Heart.
And grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
What is so funny, Igor?
Thanks for laughing at that, man.
The heck?
I see.
I've got little to laugh about right now.
So that's what led to your ending up here. What a disappointing end to the hero of justice.
Damn, I thought we were getting somewhere, man.
A hero? That's me.
I still can't believe it. But I now have a general idea of the methods you used for your crimes. There's much more I'd like to ask, but my allotted time is nearly up.
25.
I do have a suggestion, though. Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence.
What's my sentence looking like, by the way?
Yeah, and what's your, actual power to do that anymore looking like? A deal, you say?
I have a responsibility to solve this case. I will win, even if it means brokering a deal with you.
Okay.
Your operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate now. You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence. You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty, unless you accept my proposal. Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you in this case. Tell me honestly whether or not the following are involved with the Phantom Thieves.
Oh gosh.
First, the friend who you've been with since the day you transferred to Shujin, Ryuji Sakamoto. One of the victims of the Kamoshida case, An Takamaki.
I'm ready for her to name some name I've never even heard of. So I was like, it's just like, who?
Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil, Yusuke Kitagawa. The daughter of Wakaba Ishiki, Futaba Sakura.
Oh. No, we did steal the treasure, Kamooster. We had it ourselves. That's what we had, and because I remember saying, like, why would we, if we were the diversion, why would we keep the treasure? But Mike had it.
The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter of its CEO, Haru Okumura.
The last person was Yusuke? No. Okay, Futaba. So Yusuke, Futaba, Haru.
And the frequently probing student council president of Shujin Academy, Makoto Nijima. Those are your accomplices in the Phantom Thieves case, are they not?
It's not all of them. I ain't no snitch.
So you won't sell out your friends. Then let me change the question.
Exactly, Henry. I might date one, but I ain't
one. I
one.
believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes by themselves.
You're right, we had a cat.
Were there not others outside of your direct group who encouraged your crimes or lent their aid?
I think these questions actually have weight in the game.
But remember that your life will be forfeit if your sentence is not lightened.
Yeah, she didn't bring up Sketchy Akechi, but she probably doesn't. That's a more recent development, and there's probably not a lot of evidence pointing to his involvement with us.
You had the cooperation of people outside your group, did you not?
I'd like to thank all the moms in Labor today. Happy Labor Day, yes.
Oh my God.
Happy Labor Day to everybody celebrating.
They're probably not having a good day, but...
A cat and a loser, yeah, that's right. Don't forget our cat and our loser acquaintance. Our loser cat and our loser acquaintance. No, I did it all myself. It's just me. I'm not selling... Come on, dude. I ain't selling out my homies.
So you won't speak a word about either your teammates or your collaborators. Do you
I should
even
mention Morgana
understand the
twice.
position that you're in? Let's discuss one other person, Goro Akechi.
Oh yeah, that
There
guy,
are
he
reports
sucks.
that he was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves as well.
Dang, they do know.
Might he be
Or
a part
suspect.
of your team too?
Wow, I don't even have the option to sell him out. I could have sold out everybody else. I don't even have the option. Game just went from a 10 to a 9-8. I mean, none of these matter, but... Nope.
So Goro Akechi wasn't one of you. Very well.
Oh, there's... Yeah, true. Good point. There's also a loser running the fan site. A lot of loser acquaintances I have.
So be it. You clearly have no intention of bargaining with
They
me.
knew people would want to rat Akechi out.
You know, I feel bad because in all the conversations leading up to this point, like during the flashback, I feel like we've been finding common ground with Sai. I'm just not gonna rat out my friends. No intention of bargaining with me. I also don't really know what the... You haven't been clear about the terms of the bargain or your ability to actually make good on them, so screw it. I remain silent.
Even now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of justice. Your teammates have sacrificed you in order to escape, yet you wish to defend their honor? Why won't you talk about them?
You do have two fine cats, P-Base. Just some mighty fine cats. Yeah, I ain't telling you crap.
Don't be ridiculous. You're the one suspected of foul crimes.
Yeah.
Justice?
You think this is justice? You beat a child and drugged him and threatened him.
Child? He's 17 or
Then
something.
tell
Okay.
me,
A minor.
what is this
in our
justice
country.
you speak of? Sticking to the right path? That's no different from us. You continue to stand firm. Are you implying that we have no evidence on you? You're right.
No.
We have nothing. And
Oh,
it
okay.
doesn't help
Well, then
that
yes.
your story sounds like a fairy tale. But
You're
many
a fairy
people have
tale.
fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth. The truth, huh? I don't even know what's right anymore. And it's all due to your strange story.
I'm dating your sister.
And that's the truth. Not anymore. Yeah, what about the true
After
culprit?
all this, you're still...
The drug is starting to wear off.
Are you listening?
I think I could take her.
The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
I won't be deceived. I feel like forgetting something important.
You realized it too then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right?
What?
There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Hey. Can you hear me? It seems your mind is clearing up. But unfortunately, my time has run out. Although I find your story to be quite interesting, I won't be able to speak with you any longer.
Thank you, P-Base. Did that flashback that just happened, the conversation between just me and Morgana, did that actually happen in the game and I just don't remember it? They're just showing me what would have happened.
One of the
after everyone left
times when
room.
the screen goes all hazy. You
Okay,
know that one
okay,
happens
okay.
in the game.
Cool, that's what I thought. Why do we go back to scene with the cat? Ooh, can I really appeal to her ego here? I know she wants to. I fought her shadow, and her shadow is all about winning at all costs. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Huh? What are you getting at? That's right. No matter the results of this case, I won't be receiving credit. I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
Interrogation room. That's right, if I remember.
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go? Saejima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she? Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
What the heck?
Hey. Hey, are you listening?
Oh,
Our time's up. We're done talking here.
what's going on?
Goodbye. Why? Because this is my job. Don't ask me such odd questions.
Ain't your
Anyhow,
job anymore.
there's one last thing I want to ask you. There's something that's been bothering me for some time now. Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation and was told to remain on standby.
Yeah, I bet that does bother you.
A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act, within some bizarre phenomenon. But that was all I was told. You were told someone sold you out, correct? If that's true, who could it have been? Don't you have any idea?
Sold out. That's right, there's something I need to do.
My suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out.
This
All
damn
that's
cat
left is to figure out a way to hand it over.
plotting behind the scenes. Well, everyone's plotting behind the scenes.
It's all up to you, leader.
Dang it, I wish I knew what we were freaking talking about. Hand it over?
The smartphone, duh. We've been talking about it this whole time. Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done. We'll be counting on you to pull this one off.
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as to who sold you out?
I guess I'm starting to remember.
What do you recall?
Like a lot of conversations with my
If you know
cat.
something, you must tell me. I won't allow things to end like this. You mean this? I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time until it's cracked. What's so important
that case is
about this
hardcore,
smartphone?
For real.
Are you going to unlock it and show me the data?
Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show him the phone.
Him?
Makoto and the others should have told you. I'm talking about the true culprit here. You know, the traitor.
Right. Can you tell me a name? I totally know.
What are you trying to get at here? And what about this smartphone? The true culprit?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that?
Well,
Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that realm, my task will be simple. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life.
Please. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to?
not a freaking teammate of mine.
Not a teammate? My God.
Oh my god.
She's so
You're
shocked.
referring to him, aren't you?
They're really playing around it.
You need to trust me. Nijima, say your own name.
What are you plotting? I can't even begin to fathom it.
I'm sitting here with bated breath. This convo is spicy.
Yeah, my heart's racing.
But it appears my time is up. This is as far as our conversation can go. This will be my last involvement with this case. Very well. I've listened to your whole story, so I may as well play along to the end. And that honest look in your eyes. I used to view the world the same way too once. I'll place my bet on you. I just need to show him the phone, right?
Feels as Sai finally understands me. Well, that's good, because I'm not sure I totally understand myself,
You're
but
two peas in a pod.
Thou art I.
Skip this, skip this.
Thou hast awakened to the...
cool.
Infinite power. You are infinite.
Yes, just like my knowledge and all my other traits. Max ranked. Only the second time. Cooperate as comrades who fight for justice and seek the truth.
All right.
Yeah, that's a great battle in a fight.
Yeah.
It's a great battle. That's a great skill in a fight.
I can now fuse Satan.
Justice.
Yes, justice achieved. The king. We all think of justice. We all think of the Satan.
Mention the GD name.
Oh, was that a knock on the door?
I'll be going now. What good will this do, though?
Yeah,
Trust me, babe.
Not entirely sure either. God, yeah, this man emerges from the freaking shadows. Ooh, a Clefairy.
Why are you here?
Why do you seem so surprised?
I needed my director to step in to get access, and I was directly responsible for this case. How did you get approval?
I killed everyone in the lobby.
For the same reason you did. I am heading up the investigation team after all.
Oh, damn. He got made head. Wow.
It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit as well, don't you think?
They assigned you command?
That's ridiculous.
That was a joke, of course. I'm
Okay.
merely here to assist with the public security interrogation.
It's like, dude, there's no way.
I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here, yes?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Nobody would ever know if things got a little violent.
Uh-huh.
If I remember correctly,
You're gonna freaking hope they
didn't you
don't.
say there was another culprit besides the Phantom Thieves?
You spindly biatch.
That was but a lie I spread to set them up. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you too, Sai-san. After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your allies.
So it was you. You're the one who sold out the Phantom Thieves. I need you to be clear with me.
Remember that?
Who am I
When that
supposed to
happened?
show this to?
What, just now?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
My God. You're referring to him, aren't you?
Is there a problem?
Akechi-kun, does this phone look familiar?
Okay,
to you?
quick aside. Did he really... I now have to go back and watch the pancake thing of all scenes, which I thought were unimportant. Nobody had said that,
was a very
besides
important
Morgana?
scene. Morgana was the only one who said,
Said
you want to go get
pancakes?
pancakes.
Dang.
Yep.
Did not occur to me at all.
Yeah, that's the first tell, because he shouldn't be able to hear Morgana.
Right, he shouldn't be able to hear Morgana.
Yeah.
Dang. I have to go back and see it. I feel like such an idiot
Excuse
now.
me?
Oh. Wait.
What is this phone?
Yeah, I've seen several pancake memes.
Very important line because of that.
It belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your investigation.
I just thought everyone thought it was a funny conversation, because that's what I thought too. Because it's stupid, but it's not stupid.
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember?
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment. Good luck in there.
Foolish woman.
Wow. Look at this artwork.
He's going full Light Yagami.
Yeah,
now.
he really is.
May I ask that you accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me uncomfortable.
Dude, what the?
I owe you for all of this. Thanks.
This artwork's even more unsettling.
Isn't it?
That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our plan, and now it will be completed. Your popularity truly was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worthwhile.
Oh god. Dude, he really shot him. For a while, with just a little, I thought, like, is that maybe a trank gun or something? No.
Have you finally pieced it all together?
He shot this guy. Bro.
Case closed. This is how your justice ends.
Oh gosh, did I get the bad ending secretly? Did I screw up?
Maybe you didn't unlock third semester after all, is what I'm saying.
I'd rather not be dead. The H?
You beat Persona 5. Yeah. This is one way.
Yikes. What game is next? Henry, chill out!
Shido-san, my job is complete.
I've told you not to call me by name.
I told you not to call me anymore. You're really annoying, and I don't want to hang out and play billiards with you.
Is to deal with the remnants.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy.
What the hell? My jaw's on the floor.
It would be best to have
What
each
game
of
is
them meet
next?
with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is this the bad ending? What the F
Possibility they
happened?
want to avenge their leader.
Where did I go wrong, Chad? Where did I go wrong?
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his
Sai did
guidance.
say she could help you if you give up your friends. He didn't choose the right
I will
choices.
keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment.
I don't want to
for
make friends with
obstructing
him.
our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
Okay, I've never agreed with Ketchy more, but this isn't the time.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit?
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
Dang. Crab runs deep.
No, it can't be. Even
Oh god.
me. God damn it. Shit.
My.
Morgana turns into a bus and runs him over.
What was all that about, showing him this phone?
Kamusha, why don't you just
Phantom
wait?
thief Alibaba?
God, you're one of those
Who is
people.
this?
We're getting there, buddy.
Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to your justice, Sai Nijima.
How do they know I have this?
Goro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about
Freaking
that?
young man's voice. We don't need to play these games.
Yes.
We know
the guard
exactly
will
which
be
young
one
man
of
is
ours.
voicing.
We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take. You must save him.
You want me to save him?
Actually, Jake, that's Futaba.
Can you freaking rewind time somehow? Because,
I think that's Futaba's voice.
I think it is. I mean, it's Ali. They introduce themselves as Alibaba, so I assume it's Futaba again. But
I freaking hate Akechi more.
Oh.
What is it?
Nothing.
So hot.
Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Did anyone else stop by?
Nope, I'm still here.
Nobody?
Nope.
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
Yes, the guard will
Okay,
reward
yeah.
ours. We'll have to eliminate
We remember.
whoever destroys the evidence.
So it's all true.
Of course it's true. Is something the matter?
Not you.
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
What the heck?
Huh?
I've been asked to handle things instead.
You? But
you're not the one killing everybody.
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
Heck yes, I tell him.
yes, ma'am.
And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget this ever happened.
Until the next person comes along and intimidatingly threatens you, and then say whatever they say. What up, DS Red?
Heck yeah.
Ugh. What the heck is going on?
Well, you died, so there's that.
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom
They can put your face on the screen?
The suspect is reported to be a young
Anchon,
man who's...
can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idle thing, you know? That cool?
I'm sad too, Henry.
What a surprise. Behind all this is just minor. Considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the outcome of this case.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against him...
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
I drew a bird.
Yes.
I'm not shy. Is this not good enough for you? Nothing's ever good enough for you people!
There's no need to worry about your future.
It's a minimalist style painting.
Normal. Right.
He's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose.
Ari Baba. It was with an R.
Well, I can't read any of this.
Except the user. Well, I guess Crazy Cat is over.
Her shirt says JLMK with an exclamation point.
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise.
Just laughing.
Thought I lost it this whole time.
My knees.
My knees.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply.
Yeah, and you probably have a boyfriend who's alive and well.
I'm sure he didn't get shot or anything.
I wonder why you turned.
And even if he did, it wouldn't be framed as a suicide.
We also received information that the young man was placed on probation for...
No, please. Haru doesn't deserve any sadness. I can't.
So she already lost her father, and now she has to...
I can't with her.
Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That phantom thief could never have changed anything.
Stab this guy with a pencil, dude.
People are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
Ugh.
Breaking news. The young man
Vom.
held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
Custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
This is so intense.
It can't be.
Okay. Enter a bomb in chat. Uh-oh, things are turning up my cock. It's okay, Blue Toad's not here, so I can say
It would
things like
seem as though you have been killed.
that. Rather unfortunate, wouldn't you say?
Tough break.
Hate when that happens, but, you know, Mondays, am I right?
My nose repels bullets.
So I can't relate, but, you know, I imagine for you people it sucks.
Why did you have to die? Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy.
You suck.
Indeed, your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom.
AKA life.
Oh god, am I gonna be a cat now? No! Dude!
What a tremendous plan.
That'd be the worst. I would actually hate this game. I would hate it.
Be like the last one, part 2 twist.
Yes, exactly. We're back on this again.
And they make you play as a catchy for the rest of the game.
Now I play as a catchy.
And that's exactly what happened. That's basically an exact similarity right there.
Yeah, so anybody who hasn't played The Last of Us 2, mild spoilers,
it'd be like playing as a catchy for the rest of the game.
And
that's
then all the
Last of Us 2
fights,
does.
all the boss fights from there are one by one. You go and take down the rest of the
Phantom Thieves.
Ugh.
That's what the Last of Us Part 2 fucking is.
Except, no, wait, actually, now that we know it's a catchy, we would time jump back and play through all these silly little events that are like, we know it's a catchy, and they'd be like, nope, do you want to hang out and play billiards with An Takamaki today? And we'd be like, no, I don't. Ugh, I hate that game.
Let us rouse the memories which are missing.
Yes,
Bad
please,
times.
fill in the gaps. A dum-dum like me, I need it. First time I sensed something was off. That's right. It's during the school festival. Okay. And after this, it went hazy, so we're gonna have more clarity.
Hey, they're going.
Something's not right, Cat.
You realized it too, then.
Oh, we're getting flashbacks within flashbacks, guys, so...
It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Dang, dude, I feel so dumb for not realizing it. He up to something.
Probably. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station.
Yes, I remember that.
There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice. This whole deal feels sketchy.
Sketchy a catchy.
Yeah, that was my plan too. Okay, let's get everyone on the same page right away.
This is wild.
There's something else we want you to look into.
It's like, oh, I suddenly have to voice.
No, it's gonna be...
What a dramatic time to have me take over. Okay.
One more person has been on our mind. If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That'll be tough.
You can do it.
I agree.
She looked annoyed. She looked at you with an annoyed face when you said that. She was
Get to
like,
work.
I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone.
So it's impossible even for you. I didn't say it was impossible. Okay, I've got a plan.
You can't say it in front of me? Heck. Yeah.
Don't worry. I'll tell you the details later.
Or you can just tell me now.
Yeah, you just tell me right now. We can be part of the conversation. Oh. Whisper, whisper. I was going to do something? I wonder if it'll be okay.
This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
I can't wait.
This isn't saying I'm actually into it. I want to know what happens. Yeah, I'm hooked. I mean, I was already hooked into the game, but now I'm like trying to think back on everything and see if there's anything else I missed.
I see. So we're going to use this place.
It'll be a gamble. I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
Truly
It seems
hooked.
you finally remember. This game is not over yet. There are still things that must be done.
Memories are starting to become clearer. That's right. This is what really happened to me at that moment. My goodness. Okay, obviously when they started showing Sai and she's talking to the guard and saying like all that stuff, like it would jump back in time in some way, so. But I don't know what happened here exactly. Gnomes and illusions, I guess. What a devilish smile.
reverse Uno card, man.
Would you like to save your current progress? Yeah, you know, I think that's okay. But I guess we'll do a third save just in case I really screwed something up. I don't know. Well, level 36. There's so many save files. How many different playthroughs are these?
Just 2, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that I read a tip online and it was like, you should, every time you save, just do it over a new file in case you mess something up. And so I was like, yeah, no one else is going to play this game, so I'll just do it.
You thought?
Yeah, I thought. That sounds hard.
Yeah.
Let's erase all the fucking saves. I mean, it wouldn't bother me that much.
Well,
it would be annoying.
Have they arrested one of the Phantom Thieves? No way. I actually want to read. Didn't expect to commit suicide. Okay, our approval rating might as well be at 0 now. He's a murderer. He deserved to die. We finally breathe easy now. He killed himself, huh? I guess we'll never know his motivation.
Rip a dip.
I'm exhausted. Feels like my consciousness is about to fade away.
Hey, are you alright? Don't fall asleep until we reach our destination. Are you listening?
Guess I'm alright. Could this be the effect of the drug wearing off? The memories I thought were gone are starting to come back. When was this, I wonder?
Are you listening?
Everybody's here except for Akechi. Huh?
You weren't paying attention? Well, I guess I can see how you'd be lost in thought right now. Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation.
So blurry. This is what the world looks like for me all the time.
That sucks.
Futaga's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it.
20/20 vision, baby.
An ulterior motive.
It's on a completely different level than just that.
You know what? Just before anything else, props to Ryuji for keeping everything under control. We're obviously subverting the subversion. Well played, everybody, but special praise to Ryuji.
Acting, he gets an Emmy.
Yeah, we did not let his emotions get the best of him.
Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns. His offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill him.
Kill my cock. Won't let him near it.
If we go into Sis's palace as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces.
I'm real quick. I'm just trying to just throw out some kind of guess as to the. If you're, I don't know. I'll let the story play itself out. I just want to really know Akechi's motives here, and the overall plan.
I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace.
If the
8 of us can enter at once. It's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
And he was no help to me during the boss fight. Screw him.
So, this
Not
really
no help,
was
but
just
no,
a setup
not
to shift
especially
the blame
helpful.
onto us.
He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him.
Yeah, that was all a
He
setup.
told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time.
The whole time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it?
No. Akechi is merely a tool.
Got him.
His orders come from elsewhere. The grand mastermind behind this all.
Santa Claus.
Switch the main character / group in games. It's just me to other people. What, like we were talking about with The Last of Us 2, like make you play as a different character? The idea is, it's pretty radical. I can't say it's done a lot, but like I said, I'm not totally opposed to it outright. At least I don't think I am. But the way it was implemented in The Last of Us 2, I think, was terrible.
I think
what other games do you
it
play
depends.
as different?
I'm trying to think. The one that comes to mind is Ratchet and Clank. You play as both Ratchet and Rivet, who is his dimensional counterpart. And so that's kind of not
Some people get annoyed, right? Some
But,
people get annoyed with like progression things, where it's like, oh, I leveled up so much with this character, now you're making me play as this other
that
character.
was annoying as fuck with the last.
Well,
one,
that
too.
yes, that too.
That pissed me off.
But that's not always the worst. As long as you can, if you are playing as 2 characters, then you're leveling up 2 characters, and I think that's fine.
Yeah. And see, that was the weird part about Ratchet and Clank is like any upgrades you give to Ratchet, Rivet would have. And
Yeah.
They never really addressed that.
Right.
So like,
it's just one of those
it's,
things.
It's
like,
one of the
okay,
game
well,
mechanics. You can't really get rid of.
GTA 5.
Oh yeah, so they're all technically the main characters though, so you can't really like none of them is more main than the others, right? It's just 3 main characters.
I guess in Sly 3 there are missions, and I guess Sly 2 as well, that like certain missions you have to play as Bentley or Murray or other characters.
Yeah, but I guess
that just feels like a different. That's almost like putting the character in a vehicle and being like, okay, now you're driving. Like you just do different stuff.
Yeah. For me, yeah, it's weird.
A real radical shift in perspective, I think, is what I mean. In The Last of Us 2, it couldn't be any more stark. You're playing as the 2 most major opposing forces.
Yeah.
So that's just weird. And even that, I want to like that idea, but it's not well done in The Last of Us 2.
The reason why that doesn't feel like a main character is because like you played the entire first Last of Us and they're not even in it, right?
Right.
So like you know Joel and Ellie, and you expect to play as them. You know what I'm saying? Between games like P4 to P5. Oh.
Is it just me, or do other people hate the idea of switch the main character in like over the course of a franchise? No, I don't.
It's
I don't
weird.
Hate it. From what I understand about the Persona games, they have enough of a running thread to be like, okay, these are all different Persona titles, and you're playing as a new group. I mean, it solves the issue of like, hey, at the end of Persona 4, I had a lot of really crazy skills of Persona, blah, 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 blah. Why do I have none of those now at the beginning of this new game?
Yeah. And I don't know, they could follow, I guess, theoretically.
Dragon Quest is the same way.
Right, it's always
almost never plays the same
hero.
characters. It's totally new characters. I mean, like hardly anybody's the same.
It's just I think it's harder. You can find yourselves when you make a sequel and you decide to use the same characters from the last one, because then you're saying, okay, we have to go back into this world and do all this again. And sometimes people just don't want to do it. I mean, this game is over 100 hours long. They were just probably like, you know what, we've told the Phantom Thieves story.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Is like if you're gonna make a sequel with the same cast of characters, you have to have a reason to continue the story. And how many times have you seen a movie or a game or whatever that gets a sequel and you're like, this just isn't, there's just nothing here. And so I always appreciate, one of like my favorite show ever is Cowboy Bebop, and it's very short, and I would always rather be left where it's short and I'm like, God, what I wouldn't do for more, than to see a show that you love and it goes on forever and it overstays its welcome and you're like, nah, this sucks now, I hate this, it's ruined. I wanted to see a really satisfying ending and I never will. So,
dude, someone on Reddit was like, man, I might be in the minority here, but I really want them to make new episodes of the Netflix Cowboy Bebop. Thought it was really good and stuff. Everyone was like, nah, dude, you're fucking wild.
You're not in the minority. You're the only person on Earth.
You like that? That's crazy.
Yeah. Maybe John Cho's mother wants more episodes of that show, but nobody else.
An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station.
Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted, even if we
defeat Akechi. Infiltrate Akechi without him knowing?
What do you mean?
But what means do we have of learning his identity?
I don't know how we tricked him here. I'm still trying to figure that out.
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes.
So this is more in line with what I'm trying to figure out. I have to make him say it. I think that'll be the case regardless. The only reason it hasn't happened is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes, which makes me want to know the big picture. Like, why not just eliminate us? Okay, because he can use us. But why use us? What's the point? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately.
Damn it. So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
But if we go into the palace like we're told, he'll get arrested, and then Akechi will kill him.
Palace. The palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding...
Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage!
What's this all of a sudden?
There's a way. A way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity.
Really?
You gotta be kidding me.
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is, inside of a palace.
Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one.
Yeah, that's it!
It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out.
Nope, back to being confused again.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
That goddamn detective.
Yeah. Akechi now beat his ass.
How have you been?
I mean, I died.
You must be fine if you're joking around like that.
No, I'm quite serious.
I'm in pain.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
I'd hate when you say things like that, Ryuji.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
No one ever talks to me.
So naturally, I assumed.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
Yes, yes, tell him.
Wanted to make
Explain the details to him.
The leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec.
You know Mark Zuckerberg?
Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
You know that long-haired dillweed that's been on TV?
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else.
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was
Long-haired
the traitor,
dillweed?
didn't you?
He done goofed.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
He'd
Couldn't
be
you have
talking
just
about
said from the
pancakes.
beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves.
Whoa, Jake Shea with 5 gifted subs.
Thank you, Jake. Happy September to
giving
you
a
and
total
us.
of 47 in the channel. Big
Jake,
subber.
that's a lot.
You're a big subscriber.
Thank you for keeping this channel going because it needs it. Thank you so much, and welcome to Squidville,
Thanks so
Mallory,
much, man.
who we
Really
love.
appreciate that.
Boss99, Bribey Cool. Be sure to follow Bribey. Sonic Class Riot, of course, our dear friend, and KJ. Follow all those people. We love them all. Happy hashtag September. Yes, thank you so much, Jake. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
They're cheaper
Yeah,
now
it's
than
very
ever,
nice.
guys.
Huge.
All September long. If you want to sub to us or your favorite content creators on Twitch, Twitch puts half the
It's
bill.
at a discount if you don't have that Amazon Prime, because
Yeah,
it's already
true.
free if you got that damn Prime.
That's true too. But now's the time. Thank you, Jake. We
Yeah.
really appreciate
Gift
it.
sub though. If you want a gift sub though, now's this time.
Yeah, true.
In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
I can't remember, but I think if you maybe extend through as well, it might be. So if you were planning on
purchase
subscribing
in
for a
months
whole
ahead.
year and
Yeah.
you bought the 12 months now, don't quote me on
Yeah.
that, but I think that might be true.
I think that's true as well.
Anyway, it's worth looking into. Thank you, Jake.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff.
Me neither, Sojiro.
Wait, so what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
He thought he wanted pancakes with us. Fucking
He
idiot.
slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
He is an idiot.
You mean a cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Sorry. Was that supposed to be a joke?
Nope.
We don't joke around here.
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now?
just
was wrong?
meowed. Okay, yeah, all cats can meow.
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person.
Like a normal cat.
Once you hear
Mostly
that and your
normal
brain
person.
realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
That's really funny coming from you on.
Exactly.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Here I thought he was just an intrusive, like, weirdo. And I was just like, yeah, pancakes. Okay, we didn't invite you, you annoying weirdo. Go away.
Yep, but the truth is a very significant moment, apparently.
I wonder, I wish I could know with certainty the percentage of people that notice that versus don't.
I wonder, because that's a very subtle...
It's
like,
pretty subtle.
You
I
are
mean, that-
given all the information you need to figure that out when it
Yeah,
happens, but,
right.
like, it's so hard to decide.
It's just a conversation about
Yeah.
pancakes you're not thinking about. And it's not like that was one for one. There were lines in between before he
Mhm.
just walked. It's not like Morgana says pancakes and then Akechi walks up and says, did someone say pancakes?
He
Way
doesn't
more
say a
people
few
would
things.
notice. But there's a couple lines in between and then Akechi walks up and, you know, there's a lot going on. Man, well played, game. Well played.
Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was
I don't think
lying
I
to
saw
us
that
about
part. Yeah, there's so much
seemed
going
to
on.
have a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all.
You don't think you ever saw that part? Yeah, it was when we first met Akechi many episodes ago.
I'm not giving him no credit.
That said, we weren't so naive to overlook something like that.
Yeah, totally.
That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
We broke the law. We've been bad.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app. My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly. Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act!
Uh-huh.
After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours.
Yes, Tojiro, it's very real.
We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they plan to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes.
On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing.
Does bring back memories.
You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion.
But no one cares about my
I
opinion.
didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it. Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
Yeah, true. She almost got herself killed by friggin'
I
Kanashiro.
did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi. But I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
Wow.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us.
We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
Sneaky, sneaky.
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse. Except that was all an act.
Haha!
We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand, and merely acted like we were taking the treasure. This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
That we did.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
I want to swim in your eyes, on.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
Sandshrew appears.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
No balls.
JK, no balls.
The coordinates.
Seems like she used this laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Asking her about it now would drag the conversation on too long. I should talk to her later.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace.
I love these little
left
doodles.
thinking he had been victorious.
Great art.
It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
Well done, me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
Me neither, Sai. To be honest.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
True.
True that.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That
My cock
persuasion
had to
was easily our
convince you.
greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
Everyone eventually falls for my cock.
Don't remember drugs. Sure.
I see. Either way, I
Always
can't
confident.
believe you went for such a risky idea.
Don't think we had much
If
other
we could
choice.
just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide.
Yeah, they're
The
corrupt,
coroner didn't
dude.
take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence, and even drugs, is utterly abnormal.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of it.
If he had lost
Sucked.
consciousness and
Wouldn't
hadn't been
recommend.
able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
Me too.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
I almost beat your ass.
I was looking forward to it.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against.
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, cat?
Crap.
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander.
I mean, you weren't even... Her interrogating us is part of the plan, but it wasn't really part of their plan because she had been removed from the investigation. Pretty crazy.
What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash.
I guess that almost works in their favor, because at that point they're like, well, it doesn't matter. We're going to kill him.
Yeah.
Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you. You saved me, after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know. Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped.
I feel that, Sojiro.
Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together and talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Plus that one guy comes in here and he's really arrogant and
Let us
annoying.
accept his offer. What a great man.
Yeah. Great voice line.
See that? The summary of the story up to this point has been updated. Oh boy, who gets to do this voice and read this line?
Oh, you want to do it?
Sure. I can't really remember what he sounds like exactly.
He'll probably say something next line, so.
Oh, yeah, I guess he might. Mike Hawk.
That sounds familiar.
That sounds familiar.
It's me, Akechi.
Boo! Everybody boo!
Enter.
Oh, fuck this guy again.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular.
I mean, it's stocked up on booze, though.
More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
There we go, Jake. Everybody drop a trigger squid if you hate Akechi.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
And on to our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Who are those new deadlines for us?
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard back at him.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Oh, Jake was right.
Shido? Feels like I've heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Who? I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
Yeah.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses. We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes. Mom.
Or we hit him with a bus.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
We could do that too.
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this.
I'm assuming, though, that means that the SIU director did actually die.
Yeah, he died. They just talked about it, him and Akechi. They said they called it a
Based on
stroke.
the connections
Right.
I had from my previous job.
But I mean, Akechi's also under the impression that my cock is dead.
Yeah,
He's
that
not.
was a plan.
That right. But there's no way the other one was a fake, so.
No, that guy wasn't part of the Phantom Thieves, if you remember.
That's true, and a good thing he wasn't, because that guy sucked too. I hated that guy.
From the moment Wakaba died, I had a
Damn,
hunch
Shido's
he
been the
was
cause of everything.
Yeah, honestly.
But there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had.
Yeah.
He would have just killed all of you, no doubt.
That's what we want to do.
That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going
has
to
no hair.
happen to this country
We'll
if
vote for that
Shido
guy.
becomes Prime Minister? What about the world?
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
With style and aplomb.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. Ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What would his palace be?
All of Japan, perhaps?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
Oh gosh. The Diet Building.
Yeah, government Japan. Diets and all. Branch of government or what?
Yeah. Fancy restaurant. Well, pretty sure we saw him at one. Election headquarters.
Yeah, you did meet him at that buffet, I believe.
Let's go with that and see if anything comes up.
I suppose that would be a good location for them to plot. How about the Diet Building?
What the heck, Makoto?
We got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
This would probably be way more impactful if I knew what the heck the Diet Building was.
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shiro.
Maybe it's the equivalent is the White House or something.
Maybe, yeah. I assumed it was some like off branch of like nutrition or something. Like, oh, okay. But maybe
It has nothing to do with nutrition. It's a government. Diet is one of the parties, like Republican.
Oh, is it?
I
Oh,
think.
okay. Okay.
We'll look it up though.
Yeah, let's get some live R&D.
Or look up Diet Party.
No need to
Japan.
waste time with him. We just gotta hit the head.
National Diet
Nobody
is
against
Japan's bicameral parliament. It is composed of a lower house called the House of Representatives and an upper house called the House of Councilors.
Oh, so it is more akin to like the White House. It's
Yeah,
the
both
building where.
are directly elected under parallel voting system.
What up, Joe Joker?
The Diet is formally responsible for selecting the Prime Minister.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like the entire cabinet.
See, 1890 of the Meiji Constitution.
He will be a worthy opponent.
Joe Joker, you're coming in at a wild time, my guy.
Both houses meet in the National Diet Building.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Let's win this together.
Which, by the way, is in Nagatacho, Chiyoda, Tokyo.
Good to know. Well, I would have guessed that if I knew what it was.
Then it's unanimous.
I did say all of Japan,
Joker?
so that's
All
close.
we gotta do now is
Sure.
figure out what he thinks that Diet Building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
Yes, we got you.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
Okay, that's some
It's best
time.
we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the Diet Building after school.
I don't think I can go to
Reminds
school.
me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Yeah, don't think I can make an appearance.
Cookie.
Darn! Can't go to school.
Kawamami covering.
Said he went back home for family reasons.
Kawamami.
Why did she do that?
That's what I told the school.
Okay, that's why. Thanks, Audrey.
Don't you love it when these give you the line?
Honestly, yes, I need it more often than not because she's awesome. She is awesome. She's great. But also, she was just doing what Sandra said.
I bet she was disappointed. She was like, "Oh man, he's my salary."
Oh, yeah. That's how I make all my money.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
Dang, Makoto.
Damn.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement.
Dang, we're heavy hitting. We're trying to take down the whole thing.
He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
Yeah, no kidding.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
Yeah, okay, Ryuji.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
Honestly, I mean a little. Good thing we're cool
Tree
AF.
battle has only just begun. We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic and erased any trace of that scandal.
Boom, boom, bing.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Which, you realize, is the reason why he killed Futala's mother, because she was the one researching it.
Right.
And so right when Akechi came to him, he was like, well, she's the one who knows the most about this, and I can't have her knowing about this anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're Shido, you need Akechi to be your right-hand guy and do your bidding for you. Until Akechi becomes old enough to become Prime Minister himself, and then he kills you two!
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That
Could be something you have to
researcher.
consider, right?
She wouldn't have
Yeah,
had to die
it should
if she
be.
just complied.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals. Which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you.
Devious. Very devious.
And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
What a freaking loser, dude. What a loser!
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion.
You know what, though? You know what I like about that is that we have, from our point of view, we have managed to pull one over on Akechi, and we say, oh, he made some mistakes, he's not that smart. It gives credence to the idea that he's not that smart because he's just been playing with a loaded deck. I mean, he's obviously a smart guy, but the ace detective is kind of not true because he's just loading the deck in his favor and then making it look however he wants it to look.
Mm-hmm.
Once I gained the public sentiment.
Yeah, so he probably thinks himself smarter than he actually is.
Yes, and that's why, that was one thing that I thought is like, man, they really just, and like, obviously there are a bunch of smart kids too, and you know, you get a little lucky and they're dealing with the supernatural, but Akechi's been dealing with the supernatural too, and in my head I'm like, he's like a young genius. How did we trick him? Well, it turns out he's not actually as smart as he would like others to think, because he's just been basically faking it this whole time.
The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, Keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger.
When you told me we needed to eliminate a bunch of children, I knew you were a good man.
After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing.
Okay, so now I have the answer to my question from before about like what's the end goal and why not just kill the Phantom Thieves.
It's very well thought out planned, actually. Yeah.
They were convenient. Obviously, like they had nothing to do with the Phantom Thieves coming into existence, but they're like, hey, we can just twist this back on them too, and it's better that the public know about them because my platform will be built on them being ousted and I will talk.
Yeah, I know they're going to fail because I'm going to catch them.
So I will spew negativity about them the whole time, and then turns out I was right.
Yeah, now everyone's going to
They were caught, their leader killed themselves, and I look better because of it. Yep, now I get it.
Good for political.
Yep.
Up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister.
Why kill the principal of the school, though?
However, inauguration isn't.
He was involved in some shit. He was a player in the game.
When everything truly begins.
Sucks to suck.
I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the Chosen One.
The Chosen One.
Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime
Seems like
Minister,
Akechi's the Chosen One.
I'll grant whatever wish you want.
He does have,
He's got the powers.
Yeah.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
Do you know this guy?
I am thinking about the future, though.
Yeah, he's gonna kill you, dude. Guarantee. Guarantee.
Well, how do I put this?
He's not gonna get the chance, of course. Looks like things have finally settled down and we can get back to the streamers doing the voice acting. Life's gonna get real busy for you, starting tomorrow, right? Get some rest.
Well,
I'll stand right here while you sleep. The Chief's right. Let's take it easy for today.
Gotta keep watch.
Go ahead, go to sleep.
This is where the cat usually is.
Oh, by the way, police reporting your death isn't gonna show up at your school. No need to worry. Seems Prosecutor Nijima worked out some kind of deal with the higher-ups or something. I mean, they haven't even said anything to me, even. As long as you stay quiet, you'll be fine. And I guess if they reported your death now, they'd basically be saying you were a Phantom Thief. They can't really go announcing what the Phantom Thieves are, so I'm sure they'll avoid that. That's a good point. So the school's just gonna say, we don't know. At any rate, I'm glad you're back safe and sound. But even that's putting it too lightly. You had it rough in there, didn't you? A little.
Sorry.
Akechi was after you all along. I knew it was risky, but we had no choice but to depend on him. But thanks to your tenacity, you were able to fool him. It's payback time. Let's make him regret underestimating the Phantom Thieves.
Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? That
Sorry,
kind of
though.
came in handy.
How so?
Well, remember how I put that wiretap app in Akechi's phone? Basically, that let me see GPS info for two phones, yours and his. I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sai Nijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi. That's when I saw my chance, and beep, sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator.
So that's why he had to see the phone? Was just so Futaba could
That was
send...
that was the activation of the...
So she could send him into the Metaverse at the right moment without him knowing.
Yeah.
So he went into the Metaverse.
Only at that moment.
Yep. Killed the guard.
In the Metaverse.
In the Metaverse. Killed me.
In the
Metaverse. But nothing seems to have happened to me. So, did he kill Who did he kill exactly?
He thought he killed you in real life.
He thought he killed me in real life, but he killed a shadow.
Yeah, he killed like what the Kamoshida's version of An was. It was just Sai's version of you.
Oh.
That's what Sai saw you as. You were the suspect in the room now. And you were in her palace at that time.
Yes, because her palace was that building, and that room was just downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So, in reality, I was in that room, just sitting around. Didn't actually see any of that, because that took place in the metaverse. But that's just
you were just sitting
her
in the
cognitive version of me.
Real world,
I
and
understand.
Akechi was like out in the hallway, but then he disappeared. Walked into the fake room, killed the fake
Killed the
thing,
guard,
while you were
killed
just
me.
sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah, and because he believed it, I'm sure that helped him to see it as two people dying. Yeah.
But there was a chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word.
Well, Electros.
That's why we needed you to tell Sai Nijima to show the phone to Akechi. This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it.
Me too, Cat.
Still,
Pretty
I can't
diabolical.
Just directly hack into the metaverse nav. It's a mysterious app after all. But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do is push the button. Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable. Pretty good, huh?
Pretty good indeed. Alright, time for bed. Get out of my room.
I'm gonna head back then.
Go to bed, alright. Sleep.
You, okay. Say, what are you doing,
Guess you won't
Futaba?
be going to school for a while.
Nope, school sucks.
Don't worry about it. This will be a breeze
School's out
compared to what we've had to face
for
so far.
suicide victims.
You just have to act dead.
And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together.
Oh yeah, great. I have to talk to you.
To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well. I'm going to stay with you until the very end.
Crap.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well then, we should get to sleep. You know, something that Futaba said before. When you were in a pinch in the palace, she picked up a reading of someone who came to your rescue. Was that...
I think you know. No, it's kissing me.
So it was Yoshizawa. Then we'd better let her know you're safe now. And I'll even lend you a hand with that.
Yeah, you can just go do it yourself. You're a cat.
Yeah.
Oh boy, a purple
you're
rating.
Very easy to walk around and, you know.
Respect to the 3%. Hanging on, baby.
And like, bro, even if Akechi knew you were out there, you take that collar off, there's no shot in hell he's finding you. In Japan, a random stray cat in Japan.
Oh, just like as a cat,
no
yeah.
shot.
No shot.
You just don't hang around the house. You just go live in the streets. He would never find you.
He would never find you, and he probably would never even bother.
No, probably not.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we know that he said he doesn't care, but...
No
what do you think of that whole plan? It's still coming together for me a little... Oh, look at Ryuji in the train. It's still coming together for me a little bit, Henry, but so far I don't see any major flaws. One of my concerns was that, like, wait, did he kill, like, my shadow like he's been killing the other people? Because I was like, why aren't I dead? But I get it now. It's just... like he said, it's just like On's shadow in Kamoshida's palace. It's not real. It only exists in the mind of the person whose palace you're in. And that room is a building in the building we were in, which is her palace, and so that's all fair game. He went back into her palace, which he can do because he's done it before. And they did address like the clothing and stuff, so yeah, I think it makes sense. Obviously, I'll probably think about it until 4 in the morning before I finally fall asleep.
Of course, he's the only reliable politician there is. Plus, the current government has been getting wrapped up in scandal after scandal.
It is a little convoluted, but I don't know.
Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him. Like he can fix whatever problems we have.
It needs to be convoluted to be.
I'm sure at some point I'll think on it and think, wait a minute, that was a weird thing, but I don't know. There are very few works of fiction that have these kind of like big twists that are completely airtight. So mostly, honestly, I look for good enough.
But I mean, that's an anime thing, you know. The reveal's always got to be huge and unexpected and crazy.
If Sai doesn't pick up the phone or pass to Akechi at the right moment, the whole plan falls apart. For sure. But I guess you pose it as like, hey, what choice do we have? You know, you're not always going to be able to come up with a guarantee.
Wasn't risk free. There were definitely risks.
Yeah, there were definitely risks. you know, you just leave it up to Mike Hawk to talk her into doing it. But if you're the Phantom Thieves, you're like, hey, this is our fearless leader. He hasn't let us down yet. Okay.
And you probably, like...
We're leaving it up to you.
Getting from a... Can't think of the term we're looking for, but, like, they all know that you have some kind of ability to connect with people, seemingly.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're the one who keeps the group together, and you're the one who, like, has formed all these relationships with people. So, they're like, there's something naturally magnetic about this guy.
For sure.
So, he's probably going to be able to pull this off.
And in a way, they did... They got to pick him for that role. I mean, it works that he's the leader, but they could have picked anybody because at the end of the boss fight, they're like, hey, we need a diversion. Go. Yeah. If Ryuji had been the most relatable guy and the most likely to convince Sai to do it, they could have said, you go be the
Definitely
distraction.
not him.
Definitely not him, obviously. But it is. You are the likeliest person to be able to convince Sai, unless you think maybe Makoto, but then it's probably a whole different mess, and you probably don't want to go that route at all.
Yeah, there'd probably be a lot of emotion invested there.
Right.
So it'd be a weird bet.
Especially after it turned out
I'm glad I wasn't punished for refusing to rat out my friends then.
Yeah.
Keep your cool, Ryuji.
Show you.
Oh yeah, winter swag.
Winter swag.
I heard you went home, so I announced it during homeroom. But that's a lie, right?
Wow. Okay, Henry. How'd you know?
I just knew. Planning something with Sakamoto-kun and the others, huh? Well, try not to trouble the school or the parents, okay? Also, make sure you're keeping up with your studies. I'll handle your homework as long as you request me.
It is funny that they gave her new artwork that isn't her as Becky, it's her as Kawakami.
True that.
This is sad. This makes me sad. I don't know why. Because I love that I'm not at school, and I'm totally fine. But we've just seen this scene so many times, times.
Yeah, breaking the pattern now.
And now it's just like, oh, that's my empty chair. This is where the teacher would throw chalk at me or something.
Is it true that the leader of the Phantom Thieves died? How could the police let him commit suicide in jail? Epstein, they just need to get their shit together.
Quiet down. You're in class. Break's been over for quite some time now. I swear, you're like monkeys in a zoo. Oh yeah, I received word from my Cox family. He'll be absent for a bit. Jeez, who am I gonna throw chalk at now? What do you people think school is, anyway?
It's almost time.
Time for what?
Nothing.
Throws chalk at you?
Talking.
Ooh.
I don't have the proficiency.
Accidental glomp? Hey, it can't be true, can it? Please tell me you're okay.
Option is don't respond.
Leave on red. I can see that you read the message. I wish there was like, what are you talking about? As an option. Yeah. No problems here. Don't respond to Mishima. I wish I could. Oh, thank God you're safe.
Jesus.
That suicide report was all over the news, and Miss Kawakami said you went back to your hometown. I was honestly worried about contacting you. You should be. Even Sakamoto was dodging the question when I tried to ask him. But don't worry, I won't tell anyone. By the way, the fan site is a real mess right now. I sure suck at my one job, but I'll keep supporting you from the shadows. Good luck, I love you.
Hey.
Please answer. You don't need to worry about it in here. Try not to do anything to draw attention. Anyway, today's a day off, so eat your curry and take it easy. You can take your time with it too. We have those emotes. It's not like any customers are going to be showing up. This place sucks.
Okay.
Let's try and think of the keyword once the chief's curry has energized you. What, I just have a month to guess the keyword?
You guys figured out the keyword to Cheeto's Palace yet? I've tried all sorts of stuff, but no luck so far.
What if we accidentally used the group chat that Akechi's in?
That'd be hilarious.
What are you guys talking about?
It's hard to understand the thought process of a criminal mastermind like him. You know, I've been wondering, if he's been behind all those mental shutdowns, doesn't that mean all the weird accidents from these past few years were his fault? Like that subway accident back in April?
Now that you mention it, that accident lost the Minister of Transport his job.
Wait, are you trying to say Cheeto caused that accident? But it's a subway. Does he not care about all those innocent lives? This man seems to be truly unbelievable.
Sorry, I'm choking my water.
Supposedly, there are still tons of victims that are from that. That's all, folks.
Slow down.
In the hospital even now. Masayo Shishido. How many has he killed over the years?
How could we ever understand what goes on in the mind of such a horrible man?
To his palace.
Hey, wouldn't it be faster if we just go there and tried... If we just go there and try and think about it on site? Let's try that! Maybe we can learn to read, too. If we're going to go, I'd like Mike Hawk to join. But...
Would that be okay? Won't somebody spot him there?
Eh, we'll probably figure out the keyword in no time once we're there. Plus, I can throw off anyone who tails us with my blazing speed. Alright, let's have Mike Hawk join us then. Remember though, we're going with the intent of not being seen. Okay, yeah, whatever, but like, being seen's pretty awesome. Well, let's meet in front of the Diet Building and force that bastard's palace open.
Alright, let's head to the Diet Building. Make sure you aren't discovered, okay?
Risky business, but...
Indeed.
Ain't it all these days? Can I wear Futaba's mask?
You going out?
That's the plan.
You gotta be kidding me. You realize you're done for if you get caught, right? Ugh.
No, I didn't realize that.
The stunts you pull sometimes. Just don't stay out too late.
Okay, I'll give you a kiss before I go. Mwah.
Is that it?
So, what are we, really? I love this. Every time I hang out with Sojiro, he wants to date me. We're just
isn't here.
Acquaintances, Sojiro. Oh yeah, no, that's what I thought too. I just, you know.
I think he actually already said that, so.
Let's begin at once. Police cars are making rounds, so we can't stay here too long. We already have Masayo Shishido and Diet Building. All we need is what he thinks of this place.
Maybe Mount Fuji, since it's the highest place in the country?
What about a mansion?
Since he's going to subjugate everyone as Prime Minister, perhaps a school?
What about an arena, like the Colosseum?
All really cool ideas for a palace. I guess, yeah.
Imperial
Write
Palace?
these down, chat. Write these down.
It's no good.
I thought we would have gained entry by now. Maybe we shouldn't have called you here.
Hey, you think he's guarding his whole palace with a barrier?
What?
Shido stole the cognitive science research, right? Well, maybe it had some special move written in it.
Is that even possible?
Who knows? I've got no idea.
There was nothing like that in the notes I saw.
Anyways, what kind of person is Shido? I can't figure him out.
I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't get a grasp on the type of man he is.
He's bald.
That says all you need to know.
Barbershop.
That man over there is
Conditions
probably
met.
a legislator, right? I'll try asking him. Excuse me. I'm a member of the newspaper club at my high school. May I speak with you for a moment?
Sure.
What kind of person is Representative Shido? What's he think about the national diet?
His stance is dedication for country. It's how he's garnered everyone's trust. He's an admirable man of action, with a first-class determination. I'd say he's a model politician.
And he absolutely didn't pay me to say any of this.
I believe that he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live in ease.
An exemplary answer. It makes sense he wouldn't tell teenagers anything unnecessary.
Look over there. He's on a walkie-talkie.
But he's not walking anywhere.
Wait,
He's only
is it
talking.
about us?
What disgusting misuse of a piece of technology.
Just a talkie-talkie.
That doesn't look good.
We should leave at once. Tomorrow's the day off, so let's have an early strategy meeting. Meet at LeBlanc, okay?
We should all think about this tonight.
Think about Cheeto as we sleep.
Maybe our dreams will give us the answer. Haru, I'll do it just because you asked. But that's really
The
stupid.
criminals calling themselves the Phantom Thieves are no more. However, I believe that this country's citizens are still living their days in anxiety. These scandals only increase our distrust of the current government. As a citizen myself, I am enraged.
Look who's talking.
Can't you see the steam pouring off my bald head?
What does it mean to be a politician with responsibility?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Consideration of the country is outrageous.
Can someone tell me? I'm trying to run for office. It would be very helpful.
You're all just staring at me. Don't know what that means.
No matter where I go, people are cheering for Shido.
Everyone's being deceived so easily.
Wake up, sheeple. Pie, 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 pie. You know what? I think I'm gonna vote for this Shido guy. I tried looking Shido's interviews up online. They all sound so gosh darn fake.
Grandpa.
Fun.
I checked his profile as well, but I couldn't find much outside of his title and education. He's currently 53 years old and has gone from being a metropolitan assemblyman to a representative. I can understand the words.
These words are very long.
Though he is the cabinet minister, he split from the ruling party to form the United Future Party. Shido's a cabinet minister? For real?
He was specially appointed to the position. That's his current title.
Apparently he also won a contest for those who, for who people would most like to have as their boss.
Even the news sites write about him as though he's assured to become the prime minister. If only we could find out the meaning behind Shido's words.
In order to save this country that has been tainted by villains, social reform is essential.
Gotham City, it's villains. Crazy.
What the heck? Sweet, where did that come from?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's with all the love for Shido? What's with this giant Phantom Thieves poster in our room? My room. I get no one knows the truth about him, but it still creeps me out. He's so bald after all. Tuesday evening.
Now then.
Wear a hood or something when you're in a place where someone might recognize you, okay? Couch is fine, though. Is this the evening of the same day? Like, do I need to go? Obviously, I can't travel anywhere. Do I need to go to bed and then we have the meeting?
Probably. But you might have to. You might have an activity you can do. Maybe play a game or read a book or something.
Pull-ups.
Oh, you want to do it? Yes.
Yep.
Take your heart.
Let's see if Joker's reached the next level of physical fitness.
Whoa.
Not bad. Don't give up. Push past your limit. Okay.
Nice go.
Okay.
All right.
Well then.
It's getting late. Let's get some sleep.
Sweep. Sweep your sleep. Sweep your dreams. Lipstick. Ruby lipstick.
How lovely.
It shines like rubies.
We must stay above 3%, guys. We can do it. Above 2.9%. At or above 3. Crap.
Last one. Diamond mine.
No, you idiot.
No good.
How many do we miss? Perhaps he truly does have a barrier up.
Right?
That's not something to be excited about. We know all the way up to Diet Building, too.
So you enter keywords into the Metaverse Navigator.
Boss, can you turn the TV on? Shido might be on it.
Sure thing.
Fuck.
Turn it off.
Him and his stupid composed face.
So, Akechi-san, is it true you withdrew yourself from the media as part of your plan to capture the Phantom Thieves?
I truly apologize for causing such a stir. Honestly, it required a lot of courage to openly oppose them when their popularity was at its peak.
I'm pretty awesome, right?
I mean, people often lashed out at me online and whatnot.
Boo-hoo!
Then was it also your plan when you said they weren't at fault after their popularity declined?
That was to catch them off guard. I could say I applied my profiling knowledge. Once they lost public support, someone they thought was their greatest enemy lent a hand. That's the same strategy used in romance, wouldn't you agree?
Why is he being treated as an ace detective of justice?
It's not just on TV or online. Newspapers, magazines. I see his face everywhere.
On the other hand, no one's hoping for our comeback on the fan site. Like, at all.
Phantom thieves are evil. Shido and Akechi are just. It should be the other way around.
They're manipulating information using the media.
Whoa!
Leaving Akechi aside, we'll get back at him later. Our main issue is Shido.
Were there any instances before when you didn't know the palace keywords?
Well, there was the time with Futaba.
We didn't know anything about her, so all we could do was make conjectures.
Then why don't we just go directly and see Shido?
That's impossible. He's surrounded by bodyguards and followers all the time.
There's no way high school students can get an appointment with him either.
Well, we do have an adult with us.
True. And a cat.
No, that's still impossible. Besides, that's too dangerous a method.
Well, this is a problem.
What's with the ruckus outside?
Isn't that an election campaign car?
Oh, right! The candidates are currently campaigning.
That voice.
I apologize for the commotion. I am Masayoshi Shido.
Wait, did he just say Shido?
Yeah, he did!
God, it's all coming back now. It sounds like the same voice I heard back then.
Man, talk about being lucky. We can go check him out without an appointment now.
We can just hit him with a brick and kill him.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Oh, Ryujin Haru.
Hey, Ryuji ran off toward the station. This way. Hurry.
I
By
better
the
be
way,
careful.
Did something happen? You didn't seem well a moment ago.
So insightful, Cat. What are we doing? You all just hanging out here? Well, I guess let's go.
Now is the time to rebuild this crumbling nation. Our government is littered with scandals.
Our government's littered with sandals. What do they think this is, the beach? This can't be.
Such leniency will not be tolerated.
I hate sand.
So our children who carry the burden of the next generation can be proud of their country. So our nation can once again become a powerful one with abundant wealth and luxury. So our beautiful home will be acknowledged as the best country in the world.
Can I get through here? Oh, I can. Teehee.
I humbly ask that you cast your vote for me, Masayoshi Shido. Let us all set sail for a
Kroneko.
happy future together.
Quick question, how good do you both consider yourselves in mathematics?
How good do I consider myself in mathematics? Okay, but like right this, like, if you give me time to prepare, if you're like, hey, I need you to know algebra, I can go brush up on stuff and then I'm okay.
Same.
But just off the rip, like, do I remember certain formulas and stuff? No, not really. So like, so-so.
I can learn most math if you teach it to me, and do well on a test and everything, but I don't remember much of it outside of after I learn it. But I mean,
Is that the guy?
I know most basic mathematics, I suppose.
You guys wait here. I'll go get intel for us.
Wait!
You better go with him, Cat.
Yo, Shido-san!
Stand back.
I just want to talk to him for a sec.
He's a busy man.
The hell? Ain't he supposed to hear a citizen's comments?
That's enough, Brad.
Need help for a little riddle I found.
You can hit us with a
lay
riddle.
it on us. 3 heads are better than 1, right?
You're that asshole we met at the hotel before, at the elevators. Oh, I'm sorry. So you can butt in front of other people if you're in a hurry?
What are you talking about?
That moron!
Yo, get away, Joker.
Yeah, dude, back up.
Come on, stop!
But these guys...
Hey, kid. You don't want to know what happens when you cross me.
You're dumb. That voice.
It seems the customer base has changed since I was here last. Have they started a daycare? Hate a show.
Get lost, kid.
Damn brat! I'll sue!
He was Madarame this whole time. I knew it.
What?
Remember how often Madarame said, "Damn brats"? In his boss fight, I keep saying, "Damn brat." He just kept saying that over and over again. That was really funny. Check it out on YouTube. Okay, so the problem goes like this. I will copy exactly what it says. Okay, we patiently wait. There's no mistake. He's the same man as the woman from before.
What are you looking at?
Get the
Gosh,
fuck out
yeah,
of here,
dude.
bro.
This is so dumb.
This country is filled with clueless children. I worry for Japan's future. Let them go. My next appointment is coming up.
What a piece of shit. So what do you think after seeing him in person? Wait, he's the jerk you told us about before? The same guy? For real? Seriously?
Who writes this game?
You're sure, aren't you? Shido's the one who ruined your life.
Well, I wouldn't say ruined. That turned out all right.
Holy shit.
No, man, your life sucks.
You're like friends with us and stuff.
You do so much better.
Let's get going, okay?
Shido's the guy who set you up?
What kind of fate brought you two back together?
Kind of fate indeed.
I want to know myself. And I know just the long-nosed man to ask about it. But, you know.
Shido was
doesn't tend to
involved
give me
in
a
the
lot,
cognitive
so.
research too, right? This can't be dismissed as just a coincidence.
God, what the hell's going on here?
Shido was already a politician then, yet he sued a student and ruined his future? He must have pulled some strings so that his name wouldn't be mentioned. Furthermore, he also would have had to force that woman into making a false statement.
Can you imagine that woman? Oh my god, that sucks for her.
He would do anything. We're talking about a man who ordered a
You got
hit
this kid
inside
who literally
police
tried to
station.
save you, and then you have to freaking call him guilty. Sucks.
He can't sit still until he crushes whoever opposes him, no matter how trivial. He's always been that way.
Okay, an ordinary analog clock has 2 hands with a longer hand moving faster on the face of the clock, assuming that this clock keeps perfect time. How many times will the long and short hands pass over each other between 12 noon and 12 midnight?
I already tried 11 and 22. Between 12 noon and 12 midnight, how many times will they pass over each other? This is a good question. So they're going to start here at 12 noon.
Once every hour, certainly.
And they're going to separate. And then they'll be back at 1:05. So we'll say that's the first time, right?
105, when they be over each other? Yeah, 105, you're
1:05,
right, yeah.
because the hour hand is moving. And then they'll be back again at
2:10, right?
10. And then again at 3:15. 4:20.
4:20!
5:25. 6:30. What are we at? 6:30. 7:35. 8:40. 9:45. 10:50. 11:55.
And that's it, right?
That's 11, unless you're counting the final time they touch as passing over, and the answer is 12. Because that's a 12-hour span. Ordinary analog clock has 2 hands. So we're assuming there's no second hand. Long hand moving faster.
Well, yeah, I'm
on the
assuming
clock, so
the
clock is
second
perfect time.
hand isn't being included here.
Right. I mean, if it only has 2 hands, the second hand's not one of them. You need the other two.
Yeah,
you don't need the second.
It's the
hand
minute
one.
and hour that count. Considering this clock keeps perfect time. Okay, yeah.
One analog clock has two hands. The longer hand moving faster on the face of the clock. Assuming this clock keeps perfect time. How many times will the long and short hands pass over each other between 12 noon and 12 midnight? Does noon count? I would think reading that it doesn't, but if it does, then yeah, perhaps the answer is 13. But no, I wouldn't say they're I would say they start out touching and then they only separate from there. So the first time they pass each other, in my interpretation of the riddle,
yeah, it's weird,
would be at 105.
They're touching when the challenge begins.
Right. So they haven't passed over. I would also have guessed 11 because I would say that they don't pass over until midnight passes. The instant it turns midnight and the time, if they keep perfect time, they touch, but they don't pass over. So I would have guessed 11, but Crow Neko said it's already guessed 11. How many? We also have a Fungus in our chat. It keeps perfect time. Also, I don't feel like I really benefit from my math expertise here.
Yeah, I don't know
just
what
my
this
knowledge
has to do
of
with
clocks and how they're supposed to work. I'm gonna pee real quick while we think about that. Actually, that's a good excuse to go real quick. I'll be back at light speed, I promise. Man, if we had a fart command like so many streamers do.
No.
Okay.
I refuse. Trying to think about the question. Trigger happy peeing is not something you can do on command, I don't think. At least I can't. It can only pass over the hand once an hour, right? You can't pass over the hand any more than once an hour. Even if you keep perfect time, because the minute hand is faster so that right when it passes, that's it. You can't pass the clock again in the same hour. The game let me say it. You're playing a game? There must be some kind of
Academy or something.
There must be some kind of trick to it or something because I don't understand.
Yeah, but that I'm thinking like you said, it only basically it passes over once an hour. In an hour's time, the hour hand will have moved 1/12 the distance, and the minute hand will have gone all the way around. I mean, there's only so many answers it can be if you force your way through.
The answer's 11.
The answer's not 11, 12.
The answer is 11.
13. I would say the answer is 11.
I can go do this on a clock right now, and it would have to be 11.
Right.
There has to be something else coming into play here.
Yes, Jake gifted you and a bunch of others a sub. So welcome, KJ. We appreciate you. We'll shout you out.
And you don't count midnight because it doesn't pass it. I got my first octopus! On top of it.
Yeah, so I would have said 11.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm going to keep this ball rolling because it's getting late now.
Yes, for sure.
What a piece of shit. Children are the future, my ass. What he's saying and doing are completely different.
But now that
No.
we found out who did it,
How goes it,
something be done about his
Cages?
record?
Cages.
Once the courts have made a judgment, overturning that decision will be difficult. It'd barely be possible even if proof of innocence is presented and Shido admits to his crimes.
How is it 10?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know how it's 10.
At any rate, we need to trigger a change of heart in him.
Noon and midnight don't count. Okay, so 105.
Yeah, we got that.
At 105, they pass over. 2:10, 3:15, 4:20, 5:25, 6:30, 7:35, 8:40, 9:45, 10:50, 11:55. They're going to... Wait a minute. That doesn't seem right.
Hold on, but 6:30 is definitely when the hands pass each other, correct?
Yeah. So what did I say?
It says 6:30.
6:30.
7:35. That should be when the hands pass, no?
Yeah.
8:40 is when you get to that.
Yeah, where...
The hands pass again.
I guess midnight doesn't count because the minute hand doesn't pass over. But I'm still counting 11. I'm
Yeah,
not
we
counting
get that.
noon or midnight.
We're not counting noon or midnight.
But also, think about...
But it's not the 11.
At 11:55, it'll be midnight next. So they don't pass over.
I know.
So where are we wrong here? Where are we logically wrong? If it's noon and an hour goes by, it'll be 1 o'clock. Oh, we're wrong. Think about an hour ago. It's noon, right? The hands are both pointing up. An hour goes by and it's now 1 o'clock.
Yes.
So the clock looks like the minute hand is over the noon, or over the 12 again. At 1 o'clock, what does the clock look like? The minute hand's pointing at the 12 and the
Yes.
one is pointing at the 1.
Yes.
So at 1:05, it'll actually it won't be 1:05 when they cross. It'll be a little after 1:05. Because at 1 o'clock, the hour hand points right at the 1, and the minute hand points at the 12. So they're not going to cross until later. So it actually would be a little later. So yeah, the answer is 10.
I mean, what's your... A little later? How long later?
A couple minutes, I guess. But that's where I realized, I was like, wait, at 11:55 they don't cross over. Because 5 minutes after 11:55 is midnight.
But see, they do have to cross at 11.
At 11, what do you mean?
I mean, they have to cross at each point, don't they?
No, I think because the interval's just a little further, it cuts one of them, and it's 10 o'clock. I would have never figured this out without looking at a clock. I mean, I guess I technically just did, but I would have kept insisting it was 11 until you said it was 10, but it doesn't make any sense for that. The hands don't cross at 11:55, because at midnight they're going to be on top of each other again.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have crossed 5 minutes before
I get
midnight.
that, and I thought of that before, but I was like...
So it's got to be... I can't tell you
exactly
exactly
wrong.
I can't tell you exactly the time they do cross.
Whatever. Yeah.
But it's 10. We know. We figured it out all together.
Shido's outer appearance and his true face are wholly different. It's beyond hypocritical.
His true face is not bald.
It's as if he's an entirely different person.
An unbald person?
He speaks about the good of the country. It makes me wonder what really is on his mind.
That man's full of ambition to rise in the world. He only thinks of the weak as stepping stools for his success.
He treats himself as an elite man while looking down on others.
Oh, sorry.
I assume the keyword for what he believes the Diet building is will be despicable, too.
It must be something self-centered and completely different from politics.
Someone like him needs to be punished as soon as possible.
Tell him he's been bad, Haru.
Let's head to the Diet building again right after school tomorrow. I feel we'll get it this time.
Yeah, Ryuji, let's follow what he was
Stewing over it won't get anywhere. We have to do this.
Kid, if you find yourself with the other half of asleep, have a good night, and thanks for stopping in. The guy behind everything turned out to be your arch enemy. What an oddly poetic twist. Oh yeah, those clothes. You'd stand out if everyone else is wearing their school uniforms. It might be a good idea to wear your uniform when you head out. I guess that's a decent enough thought. But I should still obscure my face. Alright,
Oh, you want to do it?
I don't really know. There's not a whole lot else of benefit I can do right now. Unless there's a crossword puzzle downstairs.
Yes!
Alright, let's do it. I should have checked.
Whoa.
Looking about the same.
Nice going.
6 HP.
Well then.
Getting boof. Ooh. They're all hunched over.
I was gonna say, these guys look like freaking zombies wandering the night.
Maybe that's the point.
I guess so, yeah.
That's what they often say about businessmen, they're like zombies.
Yeah.
On Bay.
I've actually been paying attention to the news lately. Are you proud of me?
Nope. Don't you leave it on hoping that Akechi will be there? Well, not that I blame you. He's a real hero. I think Masayoshi Shido is even more amazing, though. He's the first politician I've ever believed in.
I'd let you cheat on me with both of those guys.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't want to watch.
Oh, I know Shido-san, too. Sounds like he really wants to improve the country, and he's definitely not a D-bag or anything.
Can't they see they're being lied to? We have to do something.
We must. We must!
Security guards became suspicious of us last time, so we can't stay here for long. But we still have no hit.
Think it's a barrier after all?
Where'd your enthusiasm from yesterday go?
Shut up. The real game starts at 2 outs.
Enough chatting. You should only be thinking about the keyword.
Not even wearing a hood, bro.
The citizens are secondary. He only cares about his own well-being and that of his lackeys.
He wants to become prime minister, even if it means...
Does he? Does he care about the well-being of his lackeys?
Fortune, rich people. Hey, can you think of anything based on what you've heard from him? Just try saying anything. It doesn't matter if you guess.
That's true.
Incompetent fools like you just need to
I feel like I'm gonna get this wrong, whatever it is, but obviously it'll work out in the end. You just need to shut your mouths and follow where I steer this country.
Steer?
Like cows? I guess it could be any of these.
It was a match?
Hey, I didn't get it wrong!
What? The Diet Building's a ship? What kind of scenery will that be? The actual building's on land.
I can't even begin to imagine what it will be like.
Well, whatever it is, looks like there are no barriers.
Oh, shut up! Let's hurry up and go in.
Right now?
Are we clear of the guard's sight?
No!
Get closer to the wall, just in case.
We can see them very easily. What the heck?
Yeah, you just go with it.
Whatever.
Let's just assume they moved out of spot.
Sure, sure, sure.
Did anything change? We went in, right?
Security guards seem to be gone, but it's difficult to tell for certain. This seems to be similar to what happened with Sis's palace.
Good thing we can always be certain with Morgana here. There's no question. We're in,
True that.
We're in the metaverse now.
The gate wasn't open earlier, though.
Wait, look! Mona's appearance is different. That means we're definitely in a palace.
Come on, let's go take a look.
How's it look over there? See anything?
Nah, it's totally normal.
I'll check it out. Huh?
What the heck?
What's up, Futaba? Futaba?
What is it?
The hell?
Huh?
We're finally playing Wind Waker. Shout out to Aramis Rex, who's been waiting for this day for so many years.
Yeah, pretty much Wind Waker.
Even though this country may sink, he alone will survive.
Kind of like a Noah's Ark kind of thing.
I know. I feel like everybody should like look over to Star Wars. Like, what the heck? It's rather ominous, Haru. As I'm sure it's supposed to be.
Bullshit! A country that children can be proud of my ass is completely sunken in his head. If a guy like this stands above everyone, we're seriously done for.
This is beyond ridiculous.
The same goes for Akechi. He should have seen this scenery as well. Yet he still aided Shido.
Yeah, surely he has, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's been getting busy in the metaverse for longer than we have. So, yeah.
What in the world is he thinking?
Whether it be for glory or for simply a reward. My father died because of someone like this.
We gotta sink Shido instead of this country.
A palace with not just the center of the distortion, but the entire country sunken. I can't believe there's someone with this tremendous of a desire. Be careful. This will be completely different from past palaces.
We're definitely gonna take his treasure. All right.
That's a goal.
We must put an end to this by December 17th, the day before the elections.
Let the infiltration begin. Time to pay him back for setting us up into a trap.
You know that time that Akechi like saw us go into the metaverse and was like, oh my gosh, that didn't even freaking matter. He knew the whole time anyway.
Yeah.
May have confirmed a slight suspicion, but no, not really. Like, he freaking knew. Okay, so I found another mathematic problem. Yeah, you can ask for help again. We can't guarantee we will be help, but...
You can ask, but we're also going offline in about 5 minutes.
True.
I mean, we're probably going to start ending it here because
You're gonna have to.
break.
Yeah. Speaking... Oh, I guess I should actually read the line. Our clothes ain't changing. Aren't changing. I guess you don't see us as a threat yet, huh? Speaking of that, shouldn't Mike have been disguised? Mike Hawk have been disguising himself on the way here? Yeah.
Seeing someone in disguise with a bunch of kids in school uniforms would be super weird.
But seeing a child wear a hoodie is not weird. A be doof! Well, we won't have to worry about any of that once we steal the treasure. Let's do this. We're right back in a palace, huh?
Yep.
Right back into the fray. Who's with me right now? Why only you two? Oh, because Akechi was the other one. Screw that guy! I hate Akechi, and I was right to hate Akechi. He can S my D. And not style my do. That's not what I mean this time. Get over here.
Akechi was a criminal.
I understand.
Now I need to save my progress. Can I do that here? Yes, good.
Perfect timing.
Ooh. I'll save over this just to, you know, why not? I really was worried for a moment. I was like, was I really, like, supposed to rat out my friends and
that's what I was hoping.
Not Akechi? Like, are they really going to make... I was honestly going to be like, okay, that's kind of interesting, but a little annoying, because I'm obviously just going to go load the save back and pick the right choices, but... Anyway, good luck Pokecatchers catching your Bidoof. Kuroneko, I'll wait a minute or two to see you post this problem, and hopefully we can help you out, but man, there's definitely a lot to unpack there. I'm looking forward to it, thinking about it. I'm definitely going to go back and try to find the episode with the pancakes, because now I got to see...
I mean, you could also just look up the scene on...
Well, I want to see my own reaction, and see, like, if we were talking about something in between or anything, see if I got distracted by us.
You know what your distraction is? You seeing Akechi and going, oh, this guy!
Yeah, well, you know what? You know what, Dylan? I was right to be that way. You're right, but I was right, too. Because Akechi sucks. God dang it, I hate him. Oh, man, that makes me mad.
Oh, so funny.
But yes, that's probably what I was doing when he came around the corner. Did someone say delicious pancakes? I was like, oh my god, this guy. He's really annoying, though. He's genuinely annoying. But yeah, I want to rewatch it. I don't know if your face will have any tells either. If you're just like, oh, here's the pancake scene. Will Andy notice?
I probably did, actually.
Probably.
I was probably like...
Anybody, and in hindsight, like if I were to introduce someone to this game and they were sitting there playing it, I would watch it. Did they realize that Morgana's the only one who said anything?
Yeah, that was something in my mind, but I'm like, it's just like, no one I've talked to has actually caught that bit of lore before it's revealed.
Right.
Because it's just so, like, yeah, it's just so easy to miss.
Yeah, for good reason. But you know what? That's a good thing, because the worst thing you can do with these like twist setups is never give the audience any information as to how. Because it's just like, okay, well, like,
yeah.
Then I don't feel... I mean, you can do that, but you can't expect anyone to be like, oh, what a great, compelling twist. Because then there's like, well, there's no way I could have figured it out. You didn't give me any chance to figure it out.
I also think, forgot what I was going to say.
15 person in a ship that's sinking. How topical! Completely sink in 20 minutes. The only way out is a 5-person lifeboat. The journey in the nearest island is 9 minutes back and forth. How many people will live? I hope. Hold on. 15 people.
There's only 2 journeys. 9 minutes back and forth. You can only make 2 trips. So okay, 10 obviously springs to mind, but that's not the answer, right?
Well, 5 people go. 1 person has to come back.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So
the first 5 people go.
But then the second, 9, because the second 5 can just be the final batch, because there's no point in going back.
9 minutes back and forth, so 9 minutes total.
Yeah, 18. No way you can.
Hold on. 5 people are safe.
The 1 person has to drive it back.
1 person has to stay, but that person's effectively safe, so 4 more.
That's 9. No, that's 4.
But only 9 minutes have gone by.
No, it's 9. Yeah. Huh?
Only 9 minutes have gone by. It's the 9-minute trip is there and back.
No. So 4.5 minutes because he goes one and back. That's 9 minutes. He gets the new batch, goes there. That's another 4.5 minutes. So he can take the trip back and get another batch.
Get another batch. That's
because
what I'm
it's gonna sync, but it doesn't matter. So he can take another 4. So then it's 13.
12 of himself is 13. Is the answer 13?
I think it's 13.
15-person ship sinking. 5 people. Yeah, we'll just keep the same.
God,
person
who are gonna be the
piloting
2 people that
lifeboat.
die? That sucks.
Ship will completely. My gut feeling tells me that somehow the answer is all of them, but I don't. The math's not there for me yet. But I was wrong about the clock thing.
Yeah, I don't know how it could be all of them.
5 people get off.
I'm thinking 13.
9 minutes.
Got
13.
it.
Is that the right answer? Okay.
Yeah.
So, well,
good
that's
shit.
very morbid, and I feel really bad for the 2 people who have to decide to drown and die.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate.
But you know, if they could just hop off the ship, maybe wade in the ocean. If you could just keep yourself,
how it works.
If you could just keep yourself afloat for 9 minutes, the boat can come back.
It's true.
It'd be hard to
Not how
find
it
you though.
works.
Actually,
The ship's gonna explode.
It's okay. It's not sinking. The ship is going to explode violently.
There's a bomb on the ship.
Yeah, and it can't be removed. It is really hard to find people at sea though, because like ocean water moves around and stuff. So you can't. If the ship's gone, you can't
For
just
sure.
say, "Take the lifeboat back to where you were."
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
where the heck was that? You look around. There's no scenery, and currents and wind and stuff has moved these people who are floating in the ocean.
Yeah,
and they're going to be really hard to see among the waves.
That's why, like,
So-
airplane crashes or even boats that disappear. Like, good luck finding
Yeah,
them.
the
I
stuff
mean,
the Coast Guard does is freaking insane.
Basically, a fucking desert out there of just nothingness.
Just nothing. Yeah, there's no landmarks to point
It's
to.
like outer space,
and,
bro.
And like currents are taking you around, and it's hard for you to even know because relative to you, everything's out. It's just water. You're just thinking about.
Well, what I always thought
swimming.
was kind of weird was like someone, a boat off the coast of Florida goes missing, and I'm like, I mean, just search for it. How
Just
big
look
can
for it,
just
yeah.
get a helicopter? But it's like
the ocean's freaking
they cover
big,
such a
and
small
things
portion
move.
of the ocean.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Coast Guard's freaking super sick. Anyway,
Alright.
not a lot of gameplay in the stream, obviously, but a
No,
stream for the
it
books.
was
This
basically all of a
all exposition.
cutscene,
Well,
but-
we needed it. That was crazy. I'll have a lot of thoughts. If anything comes to me, I'll share them in the Discord, I guess. We have a Persona channel, I believe.
Discuss in the Discord.
If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this episode because I sure did.
Yeah, you know, it's the story episode, so
Yeah,
not-
I mean, if
no
you're into the game
gameplay,
at all,
but
like this is what you're waiting for.
Cool Palace next stream because I like this palace a lot.
So much is happening, dude. This game's crazy.
Yeah, game is crazy.
I'm glad I'm not dead.
And there's still more twists to come and stuff, right?
Oh, I
it's
bet.
like-
Yeah, totally. I mean, we're not
because
we're not
it
at the
seems
end
like
yet.
everything's kind of wrapping up, and it kind of is, to be fair.
It's definitely ramping up.
But yeah, lots more to happen.
Will our guy Maruki swoop in and save the day when we least expect it? You're gonna have to stay tuned. Make sure you leave a follow if you haven't already. Follows are free and they make people happy. They'll make you happy when you hang out in Squidville on Wednesday and you know they went live because I followed them. I'm well aware. Thank you again, Jake, for the subs, the gifted subs, and thanks for everybody who hung out tonight. Had a great time. Big shout out to Kalmus Dributagan lol was here earlier. That was great.
Screw that guy, actually.
But like I said, we'll be back on Wednesday. So I play the outro music. We go full stream. And I don't know. Dylan says some stuff to the YouTube audience, I guess, right?
No one saves. There's no audience. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe for more. Soon these videos will have cool looking thumbnails. I'm almost done with them.
Oh, okay.
Very, very close.
That'd be fun.
Comment below if this video doesn't yet have a cool thumbnail for you. And that'll be a reminder for me to actually finish it.
No problem, Jake. And well, you were right about the culprit, so congrats.
Yeah, screw that guy. Catch you, not you, Jake. We'll be back Wednesday, 9:15 to 9:30. That's the time we're aiming for. That's Eastern time.
Same time every day.
We're on the Eastern Seaboard.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We hope you enjoyed your Labor Day if you celebrated it and live somewhere that recognizes it.
Unless I don't like you, then I kind of hope you did.
Yeah, then
enjoy it.
then
I actually hope you're doing very bad in life. What a great development episode. Yes, it was very developmental. Next episode, though, like I said, big palace. So
Big
lots
palace.
of action, lots of bloody violence, cartoon violence. Fun. All right, well, that's about it.
That's it, guys. See you later.
See ya.